Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the EuroLeague Watchalong, where you get to watch the EuroLeague game with yours truly. I'm your host, Anthony Goods. And as always, we got a very, very special guest. But this guy's a little different, man. He's been torturing the courts from all over the world, basically, in on any court that he touches. He's a certified killer, man. He's got a license to kill, man, especially on the basketball court. Please give a nice EuroLeague welcome to my man, Andrew Goudelock. Andrew, what's good, bro?
What's going on? I appreciate y'all having me on here. It's definitely a pleasure. I'm a big fan.
Nah, man, it's a pleasure to have you here, man. And we got a very special game. We got a nice little EuroLeague Derby, man. We got
Oh yeah,
Efes and
this
Fenerbahce, something I'm sure you know plenty about.
there's a lot of pressure for this game for both teams, but the atmosphere is gonna be crazy here. I'm excited just to watch it. I don't know who's gonna bring this one out.
Yeah, man, they just tipped off, man, and as you said, man, both teams need this one, man, ninth and 10th place. But while it's still 0-0, I gotta ask because I put everybody on the spot, and this is going to be written in stone. I need a prediction for the night.
I'm gonna go with Fenner. I'm gonna go with Fenner, partly because I played there, and partly because my cousin plays there, and they've been in a good
Okay.
role. So we'll see what happens.
Okay, nah, no doubt, man. I got to roll with Efes today, but may the best man win, and
Right, right.
we're gonna see how this turns out. But everybody back home, if you're watching and you want to watch this game and follow along with us, please head over to EuroLeague TV. We got a nice promo code for you because that's what we do here. We got a promo code PO20. That is PO, the letter P, the letter O, 20. That'll get you 20% off your first payment on a monthly pass. But that does exclude those of you that live in Italy and Spain. But you can tune in right now to the Efes Fenerbahce game. There's only 8:50 left on the clock in the first quarter, and we got a score of 2-2, man. So, man, I mean, just looking at this arena here in Efes, how do you what's the first memory that comes to mind?
Man, it was crazy. The first game that I remember playing against Efes with Fenerbahce, we played there. It was crazy atmosphere. Everybody's going crazy, and I actually made the game-winning shot. So it was like
Oh, okay.
super crazy. The crowd was going nuts. The Efes fans, Turkish fans are pretty passionate, so they were letting us hear
Right.
it. And but it was fun. It was a fun game. Most of the games that I played in Turkey, especially those rivalry games against the Galatasaray and Efes are
Hmm.
really fun games.
Yeah, nah, I can imagine. I mean, that's one thing I always, try to talk to, at least American basketball fans and people back here is like, you never understand that the energy in a derby is like no
Man,
other
man,
basketball game like it, man. It's like even the
it's
days leading
unmatched.
up to it, man, it's crazy.
Right, right. And when I first got to Europe, like I didn't understand probably like a lot of other foreign players that come over. And my first derby, people are like, "Yo, this is a really important game." My teammates like, "It's a really important game. It's a derby. We really have to win." They so serious. And I'm looking like, man, it's just another game. And I come the next day, and the atmosphere like sent chills through my spine. I had goosebumps. I'm like, okay, okay, I see what's going on, and it's like it make you play harder though, like 10 times harder because I mean, it's the adrenaline is
Yeah.
going crazy.
Nah, for sure, man. It's funny. Like this morning, I got tagged from. I used to play with Hapoel Tel Aviv, like my second year in Europe,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
we had played against Maccabi. My very first game in Israel was against Maccabi in the Derby, and we actually won it. And they had like a throwback clip, and they tagged me in it this morning. But yeah, I was the same way. I had no idea what a Derby was. I'm like, what? and
And y'all won
we
at
find
Maccabi.
though.
I know that was crazy.
No, we won at home. We were at home, but this is
Oh,
a
okay,
regular
okay,
season
okay.
game. But well, yeah, we beat Maccabi that year. So it was crazy. But yeah, no, we got a game 6-4. It looked like both teams coming out with a lot of energy today, man. I
Yeah,
think
I mean, it's
F
gonna
has been playing great lately, so
right, right.
it's gonna be a tough
I think
one.
it's really tough to contain Ephesus guards, man. Like if they really get going, it's gonna be a long night for you. And I think that
Right.
right now anyway. It looks like Fenner is switching a lot of these pick and rolls, and it's going to be a lot of
Hmm.
opportunities for these guards.
Yeah, I like Finner's front line though, man. Finner's front line,
Yeah,
man. They're athletic. They can play above the rim. They can shoot it. Especially with a
right,
Pollinara out there. I like
right.
Finner's front line, and I think they're gonna present some problems if they can make some
Yeah,
shots. But Ephes look like they hitting full stride just like last week.
right. I was about to say the problem with the hard thing about Ephes is they pass the ball
Another
so well.
Trayvon.
Wow,
Mm-hmm.
they pass the ball so well. Like once they hit the short roll or once they get a mismatch or whatever they find, they passing 1-2 passes and they getting open shots almost every time.
Right.
Mormon's knocking that thing down.
Yeah. Nah, and that's the key thing, man. I think when you look at like really good offensive teams, one thing that always sticks out to me is like the spacing. You know what I mean? The
Right,
spacing is
right,
always great. Like the guards are in the corner, they're not creeping up, they're like spaced out in the
right.
corner. And that's how, like you said, you hit the short roll, you get that pass. It's impossible to guard. Like you're not gonna get there in time.
Exactly,
You know what I mean? Especially when you got good
exactly,
shooters, you'll never get there in
exactly,
time. And
exactly. And so it's like, and then it becomes automatic. My first year when I was in Fenner, actually with Obradovich, he taught me so
mm-hmm.
much about playing that way, like in the short roll passes and just attacking the
Mm-hmm.
mismatches and advantages and how to gain advantage and things that I played like that ever since. So like somebody want to hedge or whatever, or even if we in the post,
Mm-hmm.
if I want to throw it in the post, we got a mismatch. The biggest thing is to have those two people commit. Like we want that,
Yep.
so that it's
Yep.
always gonna be somebody open. You know what I mean? So it's like if it's got
Hmm.
loaded guard or loaded players at every position. So it's like, what are you gonna stop? Because you're gonna have to give up something.
Yeah. Yeah, nah, 100%, man. It's funny, I had a coach like that too. He used to scream about the short roll. Once you start getting good
Man,
at hitting that short roll, though, I'm not even trying to run over that hedge, like
at
right over the
all,
top.
at all. I don't split it.
Nah,
I don't split it. Nothing.
nah, I'm just throwing it over the top because then you
Right,
go start hedging soft. Then you go start hedging soft,
right,
and I'm gonna get around it. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
It's
Then
like
you
I'm
hold it a
not
little bit
wasting
and
no
you go.
energy.
Right,
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's crazy because when you're a younger player, you just want to blast off that pick and roll every time. You know what I mean? But
every time.
you start you start getting older, you start playing. It's a different ball game.
You ain't got to kill yourself. Like you already did your job.
Mm-mm.
Once you hit that short roll, you did your job. You good. It's gonna be
Oh, for
403 on the
sure,
backside.
for sure, for sure, man. And yeah, everybody back home, Ephes has jumped out to a 14 to seed. If you guys are trying to follow the game again, you can head over to EuroLeague TV and sign up. We got a promo code PO20, get you 20% off a monthly pass. And if you're looking to leave a comment, you guys can head over to Twitter, to EuroLeague's Twitter, and leave a comment under the post for the watch along like last week.
Fenner is attacking that inside, like you said, with those front court players.
Hmm. Yeah, I think that's where their strength is. Their strength is definitely it's probably down low for this game. But like you said, man, Efes just has guards for days. I mean, you got
You got
Boubois,
Dubois
you
coming off
got
the bench,
Bryant.
like
Yeah,
crazy.
they got guards for days. And the
I'm
funny thing
interested to
is,
see how
they
many
don't really
years.
have like a they don't really have like a long
But
wing like that. You know what I'm saying?
right, right.
They play with
It's
relatively
all
smaller guards.
right. All combos.
Hmm.
I'm interested to
What
see
were you about to
how
say?
long they're gonna be able to keep all these guys, though. I mean, it's a lot of good players to keep for. They got them for 2 years now, or 2 or 3 years. I don't know how much longer they're gonna be able to keep all those guys.
Good block. Yeah, yeah, for sure. It's tough, and I think that's what's led to their success is having just being able to keep that core.
Hmm. Right.
If you keep your core in EuroLeague, you're gonna is definitely an advantage. You know, a lot of the good
Right.
teams like Real and Barca and Efes, you know, they've been able to keep their core. So, you know, being able to hold on to these guys will be key. But yeah, man, 16-7. So back when you were with Fenerbahce, you guys made it to the Final Four,
Hmm.
which was the first in team history. What are your memories from that time?
Uh, well, again, my first couple years in Europe was like I didn't know what was going on. Honestly, like I was just trying to get paid. You know what I mean? I was trying to make my way back to
Mm,
the NBA, and so when I came back here, like when I came to Europe, it was just I didn't know what was going on. So I was used to winning because I was winning in the D League, I was winning in Russia, I was winning. I mean, I was used to winning. So when I was with Fenner and we started off really well, it just felt normal to me. Like, yeah, that's what I do. Like we winning, we still winning. Like we were first most of the season, top 16, all those. I mean, we were first just about through the whole thing. Once we got to the playoffs, we played in Madrid and against Madrid in the Final Four, and they jumped out on us, man. Like I think they were up maybe 17, something like that. And we made it run. We came back, but we ended up losing ultimately by like 5 or 6. But it was a good game. It was a great experience. I mean, Turkey, you know how the fans get down. So even in Madrid,
mm,
everybody was there. You know, it was loud. It was. I mean, it felt like a home game almost. And I mean, it was a
mm.
great experience for me. My first Final Four, my only Final Four for the EuroLeague. And I mean, I couldn't ask for anything better.
Yeah. Yeah, nah, I can only imagine, man. I can only imagine, man. The Final Four is it's a special time, man. And then it's just like, you know, once you get to that point, it's one and done, baby. You know what I mean?
Right,
You
right.
really gotta lock
It's
in. You gotta lock in for one game.
one game, and then
Insane.
it's the worst if you lose. And you got to play the consolation game. Nobody wants to do that, and you got to play
No,
it.
nobody.
So it's like
Yep.
it was but it was fun overall.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
yeah,
It's
nah, I
starting to get
bet,
ugly out
man.
here. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, nah, they is getting ugly, man. Ephesus jumped out to a 19-7 lead. Fenerbahce they called a timeout real quick. It's they hit and they picking up right where they left off last week, man. Setting the EuroLeague record. You know, they had the EuroLeague last week with hitting 22 3-pointers on Thursday as they beat Maccabi Tel Aviv, one of your former teams. But
Yep, yep.
yeah,
Is
man,
DeColo not
that's
playing today?
nah. He just got in. He just checked in.
Oh, he did this. Okay, okay, okay.
He just checked in. So yeah, that's definitely a big bonus for them to have
Right.
Nando back. Um, yeah, but as we always do on the watch along, we have a player head to head competition, or we just like to monitor, the head to head matchup for today. The head to head matchup for today is Nando De Colo and Vasile Micic. This is the reigning MVP versus a former MVP. Vasily Micic is averaging 16.3 points, 4.5 assists, and 1.2 steals with a PIR of 15.9. Second in leading scoring as well as three free throws made per game. Nando De Colo, EuroLeague MVP from 2016. He missed some games from injury, but he's still averaging 12 and 4. He's only played 2 games in 2022, but as we know, Nando is Nando gonna make his presence felt.
Right,
Nando's a hooper, man.
right, right. I played when
He's a
he first
hooper.
left the Spurs and he went to Cheska. Man, he was. I mean, he's still a problem, but that was my first, taste of playing against him, and I was like, okay, this
Mhm.
guy. It's not many guys overseas that I was like, this guy's nice. He was one of the guys that I
Yeah,
was like, okay,
yeah.
got
Yeah, nah, he could hoop, man. The crazy thing is, like, I want to say it's like 8 years straight now, but he's been 50, 40, 90 for like at least 7 years. This might be 8 for him. 50,
that's
40, 90,
crazy,
man. That's crazy consistency, bro. Like,
crazy.
Unreal,
and it's
dude.
hard. And teams are keying in on you, and like they trying to
Oh
stop you,
yeah,
and for you to get those
yeah,
numbers, still, I mean, you got to be a heck of a player.
yeah. I don't, there's not a player in the world that has done that. Like I don't imagine. Definitely not in modern times. But and then on top of that, he's still facilitating. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
He be diming off. He's just a complete player. As right on cue, he gets that steal. But nah, Nando's tough, man. Super tough.
Who's this guy? Number 11. Is this guy new for
Number
Fenerbahce?
11 on Fenerbahce. Let me take a look. Oh, that's Markel Starks.
Okay,
Yeah, Markel
I've heard the
Starks.
name before, but I've never seen him play.
He yeah. He signed on maybe maybe a few weeks ago, but yeah, he was a new signing. He was a new signing. I think he signed on when I think Nando when Nando got hurt. Nando just hits another
Okay,
three.
is
Yeah,
he more of like
Nando.
a pure point guard type of guy? Is he? Oh, there go Dakota.
Yeah,
Or is
nah,
he
Nando.
a scorer?
Nando. No, I think like most players, he was a scorer
Hmm.
from where he came from. I forgot where he was last year, but yeah, I think he's like most first or early players in EuroLeague. You're just trying to find your way on a new team. So
Right.
um, yeah, I don't know how many games he's. I don't think this might be his first game. This might be his first game. If not, he's played one game so far, I think, or something like that. But
Okay.
yeah, we'll see what he can get going. But Finner trying to show a little life here, trying to creep
Yeah,
back
they are.
in.
They got to stop letting Mitch's go straight right though. He got like 3 layups to the right hand.
Bro, bro, we was talking about this. We was talking about this a couple of weeks ago on the watch along. Like Micic, he's going right. Everybody and their mama
He
know he's
going right.
going right, but you can't stop it. You can't stop him
He
though.
getting that every time. He getting that
He
every
getting
time.
there every time. And I think it's because he shoots so well, you gotta play so close. Like it don't matter which direction he going, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
And he can move, you know what I mean? So
I was about to say he got a little bag with him, so he might hit you with some.
yeah,
He might hit you with
he might
some.
hit you with some stuff, but that's like and as I'm sure it's like when guys have to play you so close for the jumper, I mean you can pick your poison, as far as
Right.
as far as driving, obviously it
Right.
just depends on what kind of help's back there, but um yeah, I think that's the main thing with him. And and he's strong enough to if he got a step on you, you know what I mean.
Right.
He can put that shoulder on you, create some space to get a decent shot off. So as Brian Dunston hits that bucket under there, 23-14 with 18 seconds left. The chat is now open on YouTube. If you guys want to leave comments, questions, we'll definitely get to them as the show continues. For either myself or for Andrew. We're here. We're here another 3 quarters, ladies and gentlemen. And looks
Yo,
like
it
this is
seemed like
going to be
Bryant
the
Dunston
end of
been
the first
playing for
quarter.
about 20 years.
Man, he been playing he been playing forever. Even forever. But that is the end of the first quarter, ladies and gentlemen. We have a score of 23-14. Anadolu Efes has jumped out to a lead on Fenerbahce, and that is the end of the first quarter. Everybody back home, I'd like to bring your attention to EuroLeague Fantasy Challenge. It's the first free of charge online game that gives EuroLeague fans a chance to select and manage your own teams. You can buy, trade players, get to be a GM, so to speak, and have a chance to play with your friends and win great prizes. This is the best team you could have chosen over this last week. It includes Micic and Ottoman is the head coach from Efes. Um, but yeah, head over to fantasychallenge.euroleague.net and give it a go. Yo, so if you were constructing a fantasy team, who would be your first EuroLeague player you'd have on your fantasy team?
First player I have on my fantasy team would probably be what's dude from Mirdicic.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna go
Meritus.
with him, or I'm gonna
We
go
be
with
filling up that
Tavares.
stat
If
sheet.
they right, you know what I mean. You know what you're
Facts.
gonna get from those guys. Like
Every week,
I think
week in, week out.
right, exactly. So I go there. You know, I think it's easier for the bigs because of the rebounding. You know what I mean. You get 10 and 10.
Hmm.
You had a great game. It's better than if somebody scored 20.
Right. Oh, for sure. For sure. And Tavares getting shots. I mean, I wish they kept a stat. I mean, it'd be very difficult to do. But keep a stat for how many shots he changes. You know what I'm
Just
saying?
changes
Like he
because he
changes
just
so many
there on
shots.
arms.
He's there. Like you not just going straight up in there. Like you about to
Nah,
do something. You
nah.
about
He's
to get
swatting it.
creative. You about to do
Nah,
something
you
you
better
ain't
have a
practiced
floater.
before.
Right. I was about to say you better have a floater. Or you better be going to dunk it.
Yeah, for sure. Cause he yeah, nah, he coming to get that. But we got the second quarter underway, 23-14. So who's your cousin at Fenerbahce?
Devin Booker. His
Okay,
wife
yeah, D
and
book.
my wife are cousins, and he was at my wedding and all
Okay,
that. So I don't know D Book. We got the
nice,
same agent. We connected in a whole bunch
nice.
of ways for about 10
Right,
years.
right,
So
right.
crazy.
Yeah, nah, he's another one on that front line, man, for Fenerbahce that I think is definitely gonna be key for them. Especially in this game here. But D book, that's what's up, man.
He had
Man,
a
I
crazy
think
dunk a couple weeks ago. It boy looked like Vince Carter.
yeah, yeah. Nah, I remember that junk. Yeah, he's Elijah Bryant in the corner. Trey ball 26-14. Elijah Bryant off to a little hot start. He got like 8 points.
Yeah, these guards, the guards getting all too crazy. I think Meaches has 8 also, and I know Shane Larkin. I'm not sure how many Shane
Yeah,
Larkin had.
yeah.
I know
Shane,
he got
Shane at
something, at
least
least
got a
5.
bucket. Yeah, he got a.
Right.
Yeah, Shane got 3. Elijah got 8. Meaches got 8. Yeah, they guards is definitely taking over right now.
And then I mean,
And
Boubois
this,
hasn't really gotten involved. I
he
mean,
right. That's the thing, man. It's like they spread you out with guys that can just shoot the rock. Like you got Mowerman out there. They spread you out with guys that can just shoot the rock, and obviously Shane is he's probably the fastest player on the court. So
yeah, that
you
dude.
got to account for that. Every time he got the ball in his hands, he get to the basket in a heartbeat. We got a 14-point lead, 28-14, with 8 minutes left in the second quarter. Yeah, Finner need something, man. Dunston over there blocking everything.
Yeah, and that's the thing, man. Even their defense, like Efes, I mean, Dunston controls everything. You know what I mean? Like, I
Right.
mean, he's in a
Yeah.
flat most of the time, but you can't really attack it how you would another big in a flat.
Oh
You know what I mean?
no.
Most bigs when they're in a flat and in a
No.
drop, you can go right at them, but not. It's not easy like that with him.
Uh-uh. And he's so good with it. He defends without fouling, man. As
Right,
you see on the
right.
replay, just goes straight up. You know what I mean? And he's still able to get the block, man. He's tough, man. They give you a lot of problems, man. Offensively, like you said, you got to worry about Shane, and on the defensive side, you got to worry about Dunston. And they're a complete team. They're definitely a complete team. But going back to your playing career, you set the EuroLeague record. Hitting 10 threes in a game, and it still stands. It hasn't been broken. It's been tied twice by Shane. But
Hmm.
take us back to that game, man. How did it? Did you know you had? Did you know you had 10 when you had 9? Like, did you know you had 9 threes when you had 9, or you was just hooping
Nah,
and you just
I
letting
was
it
just
go?
hooping. I had a couple games where like I wasn't shooting the ball great, and I was focused
Mm-hmm.
that game, like really focused on coming in and just shooting, like just not even. I mean, I was thinking like if I get a shot at all, it's going up, and so it was
Mm-hmm.
like I came in with that crazy focus. I hit my first couple. I mean, and it was crazy. Obradovic was talking to us about throwing extra passes. we weren't really on the same page with that. I'm thinking about shooting. He thinking about throwing the extra passes, but it worked for me that day because
Right.
everybody was throwing extra passes, and so they hitting me. I'm letting it go, and I mean, it was just one of those days. Like it just felt good, but I didn't know
Right.
anything about any records or. I mean, I was just feeling good. I'm like, okay, I'm hooping. We winning the game. It's a big game for us, and I was just in the moment. But afterwards, people, my social media was going crazy. I think I got like
Mm.
70,000 followers on Twitter at that time,
Mm.
just from that game. So I mean,
Wow.
I realized, it was kind of a big deal, but that's not the first time that I had done that. You know what I mean? It was the first time I did it in
Right.
EuroLeague, but
Right.
I mean,
Right.
I've hit 12, 13. So, for me, it was like, okay, I just
Mm-hmm.
had a good day. Not my best day, but it was a good day.
Yeah.
But,
Right. Right. Right.
cool.
Nah, that's crazy, man. And yeah, as we mentioned before, Shane tied it twice. I mean, I'm trying to think like anybody that could beat that record, like who would it be in EuroLeague? And I feel like to me it would probably either be Shane or I
Right,
think it would be Miritich. I think it'd be Shane or
right,
Miritich. And I
right.
say
I,
that
I,
because
I would
obviously
agree
with
with that.
Miritich as a big, it's tough to bigs ain't
You
trying to
picking
come
and
out there
popping all
like
day.
that.
Right,
Yeah, yeah,
right,
yeah. Bigs ain't trying to come out there like that. And then Shane, I mean, he just goes off. So
right. I think
yeah.
Mike James might be able to, because you know how he get. He
Mm,
real streaky, but
mm-hmm.
he mess around with it,
Yeah.
and because he's shooting it, he letting it go.
Yeah. Nah, for sure. For sure, man. But what does it mean to you to have a record? Like, does it hold importance to you or how does it feel?
Yeah, I mean, at the time, like I said, I didn't know what was going on, so it wasn't a huge deal to me then. But once I left, and you know, I was able to go other places, and people were,
Mm,
telling me how big of a deal it was. I kind of
mm-hmm.
realized like, okay, this was something. But I mean, I've set a lot of records in a lot of places and stuff. So I mean, for me, like I said, it wasn't something super crazy at the time. Now that I'm looking back on it and I'm older and stuff like that, I'm like, okay, that was pretty crazy. But um,
Yeah.
I was such a different person at the time, man. You ain't no telling what was going on in my mind.
Yeah. Yeah. Now I think as we get older, man, you start to look back on these different. Oh my gosh, Meechich just went crazy on dude.
I ain't even see it yet. My video catching up right now.
You're a little behind. It'll catch up.
Yeah. Oh, made him fall. Oh, stop
Yeah,
playing.
don't do it like that. Don't do it like that, man. And coach called a timeout. Like, come on, bro. Don't call a timeout right there. Like, let's let a foul happen or something. Don't call a timeout after I
They might have
get
needed to call a
crossed
timeout
like
after that.
that.
I
But
ain't gonna lie. That made Buddy touch the
it
floor.
just stings a little more, man. But catch everybody back home, man. We got a score of 36-18. Efes is running away with this one early. We're halfway through the second quarter, man. It's getting ugly quick, man. Micic is going off. Vasilij Micic has 14 points. Elijah Bryant has 8. Yeah, it's getting ugly on this end. But if you guys want to tune in, head over to EuroLeague TV. We got a promo code PO20. That's the letter P, the letter O20 to get you 20% off the first month on the monthly pass. That excludes those of you that excludes those of you that live in Italy and Spain. Going to the comments here on YouTube, ASO658 says, Godlock, greetings from Ankara. Pat79 says, come to Panathinaikos, gate 13. Hey, I'm telling you, the Greek fans are always in here. It don't matter if there's a Greek team or not. They gonna pull up. They pulling up for sure. But and then somebody else says something I can't read. Desperado says something I can't read. But yeah, nah, if you guys can please leave your comments, let us know who y'all think gonna win this game. Can Finner come back? Um yeah. And okay, ASO 658 says, "Who do you think will be champion in EuroLeague this year?"
Ooh, that's a tough one. I'm gonna go with Barcelona. I
Mm,
think that with Coach Sarunas and the roster is crazy. They just signed Exum for the rest of the season. Um,
yeah,
it's tough, man. I think for sure those guys they're gonna be there. I mean, but you never
yeah,
know, man. EuroLeague is crazy. It's, that one game is
yeah.
anybody could win.
Nah, that's a fact, man. But yeah, I've been saying it since early in the season, man. I think Barcelona. This is their revenge year. I think
Right.
Barcelona, is gonna obviously if everybody stays healthy, I think they're gonna get this one. But let us know in the comments who y'all think is going to win the EuroLeague championship this year. Be interested to hear, as this game is still at 36-18. But yeah, and you guys can also let us know who you guys think will be MVP. Who you think got a chance at MVP this year?
Mirotic.
Hmm.
Shoot, who else been having a crazy season? I mean, for sure for me, Mirotic would be my pick. But
Yeah,
I mean, I'm trying to think who else individually has just been like stand out, but I can't really think of anybody else. I mean, obviously Mike James is always playing well, and Micic is
yeah,
playing well. Uh,
yeah.
but I don't think
I
Mike
mean, I
James and
think
them
Shane been killing this year too. I mean, Shane's been,
has
and
he.
I think
It's so tough.
lately he has. Lately he's been going crazy.
Okay,
Yeah, he's been 20 plus probably like the last 3 or 4 weeks or so. But
okay.
Shane, I would say Shane's in the mix. My pick is Micic, like hands down.
Hmm.
But I think Shane has an argument from the sense that they started so low. They started 1-5, and
Right,
right now they're knocking on the door of playoffs, and for sure,
right.
I'd be willing to bet my last dollar they're going to get in. So I wouldn't. I would say Shane's probably in that mix, but I think by and large, I think Micic he's done the job. He's won. He's put up the numbers. I think he's leading the league in 3-point percentage. He's at the top as a scorer. I don't think you can overlook Micic and what he's done, but yeah, let's go back to that clip from Micic in the first quarter.
Deschamps
Made
Pierre
that
getting
man
all the
touch his
way to the
touch his
goal. He
touch his
can't believe that he's
toes.
not made the finish because
I
he
think
did
it's
the
a
hard
different
work
one.
by penetrating from the wing. What a
This is the
pass!
Don.
That is
This is the Don
fantastic
to
offload.
this is the
Deschamps Pierre
Don to
getting all the
Elijah
way to the
Bryant.
goal. He can't believe that he's not made the.
But yeah, we'll have to dig that one up. But yeah, we got to score 36-20. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in this game, man. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what Fenner could do, man, to get back in this thing, man. Obviously, he's got to stop with getting some stops, but offensively, they just look stagnant. You know,
Yeah, they don't.
nobody's
They're not really
really
getting
touching the
anything.
paint.
Right.
Hmm.
It's all jump shots, fadeaways, one on one. I mean, when they passing the ball, they passing with no advantage. It's just passing from side to side, and then when somebody go crazy with 10 seconds
Yeah,
left.
yeah, yeah. Nah, and I think that's where I think that's where Nando really helps is getting paint touches, and
Right.
finding guys. You know what I mean? And at least with this unit here, man, they're not getting many paint touches right now at all. They're kind of swinging it
No.
around the perimeter, as
Right.
you said, which is not gonna get it done.
At all. At
So
all. I mean, even if they were like creating opportunities for them to be able to attack the closeout, you know what I mean? That'd be better than
hmm
right now. What they doing is just straight. I mean, they're not getting any advantage off the pick and roll. So it's like,
hmm
what do you do next if you don't
yeah,
have one on one players? I mean, who gonna create for those shooters and those guys?
right. And I think they really miss Jan Vesely, man. And even speaking of Jan, I mean, you played with him. How was he? How was he as a teammate?
Man, Jan is perfect, man. I can't. It's great to play with Jan. He's a great person, like super nice guy. I mean, Jan for me is probably, or not even probably, he's the the easiest big I had to play with, man. The dude's so athletic, arms crazy long, he's smart, know how to
Mm-hmm.
play the game, and I mean he's skilled. I mean that guy.
Yeah.
When I was playing with him, I think maybe he had just come back from the NBA,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean he was dunking some crazy stuff, man. I mean he still does, but
Right.
I was definitely impressed by Jan. One of my favorite teammates I've had.
Yeah, and I mean, if if you think about it, like he's been there forever,
Forever, forever. I mean, I think his
forever,
first year
man.
was my first year, and he's still there.
Yeah, yeah. Nah, he ain't left at all, man. I mean, it's dope when you can kind of see guys. I mean, because business happens and players, bounce around, but it's always really dope to see guys staying with the same team for a while. So
Right. I think that's a lot of players, especially as you get older. Like you want
they
to be
block.
on a team and be able to, because it's tough to
Hmm.
10 months you one place, then you another place, then you. I mean, it's tough, man, especially for the chemistry of the teams. I mean, it's kind of like hit or miss. Some teams you get on,
Yeah,
man, you got great chemistry with everybody, and then some teams it's just not there. So it's like it's good
yeah.
when you find that chemistry and you stay with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, for sure, man. He's
And Boy out here blocking people.
man. He out there, Roddy out there, Roddy out there protecting him. You know what I'm saying? He out
God
there
damn,
protecting the
that might be
rim,
the
and
first block I
I ain't
seen
just
him
out
get.
here shooting. I know. It's funny, man, because like as a guard, like we typically don't block shots as much, but it feels good when
At
we do,
all.
though. Especially on a big,
Right, right.
especially on a big we climb.
Man, don't I get to talking crazy. Give me that, all that. They be looking at me like, what the
It ain't sweet out here. It ain't sweet out here.
right.
Nah, it's hilarious, man. They're trying to get up and down a little bit. They're creeping back in this game. Ephesus is up
Yeah,
38-25.
it's a lot of time. I
They
mean,
got to
it's
turn
it's
around.
it's enough time for them to
Yeah,
come
nah,
back,
they
man.
definitely got time. They definitely got time, man. They just gonna have to, kind of like we was talking about earlier, man. They're gonna have to penetrate into that paint, man, and start forcing Ephesus to rotate. I think that's the only
Right.
way they're gonna be able to, make some things change. Cause,
Because right now it looks too
yeah,
easy for Ephes. Like,
yeah, and Ephesus typically, if you let them, they're gonna out execute you. In
yeah,
the half
yeah.
court with their guards and everybody. You got to kind of get them off balance and open them up a little bit. But got a 14-point game, 35 seconds left. You're gonna see. You're gonna see how this one finishes out, man. It'd be huge for Fenner to get a bucket here. Heading back
Yeah.
into halftime. But
I
yeah,
don't
they
think
trying
Melly
to
has played yet.
who?
Number 10 for Fenner. He's their best shooter, but I haven't seen him
Oh
on the
yeah,
court
yeah,
yet. I'm
yeah,
surprised.
yeah, yeah. I haven't seen it. Has he gotten in? Let me check the box score. Nah, Melly hasn't played yet.
Yeah, I'm surprised
He
by
has
that.
not
Maybe
played.
he
I don't
hurt
think
or
he's
something like
playing
that.
today. Yeah, he must be hurt or something. But Shane trying to get mixy,
Yeah. Oh,
so we got yeah. Shane trying to get mixy. He got fouled. He's at the free throw line for two with
it's tough on
1.1
that.
seconds left.
It's tough on that island. Number 5.
Let's see here. Knocks that free throw down. 41-25. 1.1 seconds left.
Are you surprised
Half
Shane
court.
doesn't get like an opportunity in the NBA? Another opportunity?
Um, I mean, I think he probably has opportunities. I just think it's probably just not what he wants. I mean, I think Shane's a
Right,
good enough player. He can play wherever he wants in any
right,
league,
right,
and that type of deal. It's just more of what fits what he wants and
right.
everything else with his career. So But yeah, that's the end of the first half, ladies and gentlemen. We have a score of 41-25. Efes is up. I think Vasily Micic is definitely the MVP of the first half. I don't think anybody will argue that. He went off, but that's it for right now. Let's tap in and see what we got for our halftime entertainment.
Unbelievable play. That is remarkable. Absolutely beautiful from Delaney. And Milan are back. The race is on.
Absolutely outrageous. Oh, beautiful feed. Oh, count the bucket.
Sit tight, strap in and hold on to your hats.
The Turkish Airlines EuroLeague, and every game matters.
Top of the key, Goudelock goes in edge of the combo with his 4 fouls. Goudelock from the elbow, in range! Oh, Andrew Goudelock with a big basket!
Experience. The process of gaining knowledge from doing, seeing or feeling things. In his 9th EuroLeague season, two-time best defender Bryant Dunston has it in abundance.
I spent my first 2 years in Olympiacos. I was young. It was my first time playing in the EuroLeague. I was learning a lot from those guys. I decided to come to Istanbul to try and build something here in Efes and be a part of something special. The second year we came and we were fighting and we lost in the 5th game. Still hurts. After that, we had the worst year in history of our club, I think, and it looked pretty down at that moment.
Anadolu Efes played 5, lost them all.
The fans kept supporting us. Coach came in and he changed our mentality. From the day that he came in, he said, "We're the best team in Europe." So that we started playing like that, and now it's true.
After coming close in 2019, Anadolu Efes Istanbul finally captured their maiden EuroLeague championship last season. Dunston's leadership critical to their dominance.
Bryant is by far the most unselfish guy that I've ever met. Doesn't care about himself in terms of his own accolades. He truly doesn't care about anything but winning, and he'll sacrifice anything in order to win.
Naturally, I'm very reserved. I'm not really an outspoken guy. I'd rather just let myself lead by example. But I saw that that's not enough. I wasn't speaking as much, and it wasn't getting to the players as much as it does now that I actually talk more. Luckily, I had great teammates around me who actually listen to me, and they can see that I really want to win. And what I'm saying is not just hot air.
To have that leader in the locker room, to be that voice of reason, to always be able to turn to him and for him to be able to give you that calm feeling that everything's going to be okay, always motivating and always pushing everybody to be better. He's just one of those guys.
After a rocky start to their title defence, Efes are now pushing to secure a playoff place, with aims of becoming just the 3rd team to repeat as champions in the modern era.
The only team I care about getting there is us. I really don't care who else is there. One step at a time. It's fun when you're winning, so we have to make sure we're taking care of business and getting those W's.
Man, that was a nice feature on Bryant Dunston, who's the all-time leader in block shots. Man, it's always cool, man, seeing how much teammates and even players around the league, how much they respect other players, man. And Dunston, I mean, as we saw in the feature, and as we've seen from other Watchalong guests on the show, man, he's just really really respected, man. And I mean, just having that respect is just huge, man. I think it's
Right.
really dope.
I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. I think that's what we play for. Like as athletes, like we want to be respected by like more than the fans and the media and whatever else. We want the dude that we playing against to be like, okay, he's nice. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that's
Hmm.
the biggest,
Hmm.
a bigger compliment more than anything else. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. Yeah, for sure. And you know, Shane was saying like talking about how like unselfish he is, you know, and I think
Right.
it's always important to have those type of players that are like unselfish. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
Um,
Right. I think that's
you
it's
got
for, it's for
when
the
you got
team
those
chemistry.
players, you need it. You need it,
Right.
man. It's uh, it's huge. It's super huge. So nah, that's and I used to remember. Did you play? You didn't play with Brian Randall at Maccabi, did you? Was he there
No, he
when you were
was
there?
I think the year before me. He was when I played him, he was at I played against him. Matter of fact, when I was with Fener,
Okay,
yeah.
okay, yeah. Now Brian Randall was kind of one of those guys for me that I played with that you know,
Mhm.
just did all the little things like unselfish, wasn't ready,
Right.
you know, wasn't out there trying to score, didn't matter, but he's gonna give
Right.
100%, man. And you always have a lot of respect for those type of guys.
And those are the
But
funnest
yeah,
guys to play with. You know what I mean? Like you know that they don't care about shooting, and everybody, 95% of the players, we trying to get shots up. So you playing with somebody
yeah.
that ain't trying to shoot, like bet, like you gonna do the rebounding and all this stuff I ain't trying to do.
Man, clean up your mistakes. You get beat off the
Right,
dribble.
right, right.
You know what I'm saying? We all need that. We all
All
need
needed.
that. But yeah, man. But going back to your time at Fenerbahce, you play with Nemanja Bjelica and Bogdan Bogdanovic. How were they when back then as you
Yeah.
see them now?
Uh, Bogdan was really young. He was still a great player for sure, but he was really
Hmm.
young. We used to work together a lot. He used to come to me, for pointers and different moves and things like that. And we would kick it together off the court a good bit. Nemanja, he was already, kind of coming into his own as a player. He kind of had his identity already of who he
Yeah.
was and everything like that. And they both had really good years. Nemanja won the MVP that year. I was averaging like 12 and 8 or something like that. But he was able to do everything. I mean, it was kind of like what's the guy Barcelona that we were just talking about?
Miritich?
Miritich. It was kind of like Miritich. I mean, he's a
Hmm.
mismatch problem because he's popping, but he's also rolling sometimes. He's pretty athletic, so I mean, it was really tough to guard him, especially if we ran pick and roll together. Teams that really know should we switch, should we hedge, should
Right,
we
right.
flat? Because he's popping right there, he's knocking that down. So I mean, it was great to play with both of them. I'm glad that I had that experience, and I'm proud of both of them what they're doing in the league.
Yeah. So with them, what did you see about them that you figured like, okay, they was there anything you saw in them that you were like, okay, these guys are gonna be, really good? Like outside of
Yeah,
obviously their production, but like let's just say like how they practiced or like that.
yeah. Bogdan was a sponge. You know what I mean? Like, and he wanted to be
Hmm.
like a part of the whole basketball culture. You know what I mean? Like, he wanted to like I can't how do I explain it? Like he just wanted to be around the game. He wanted to be around the game off the court.
Hoop
You know
head.
what I mean? Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
You know what I
hoop
mean?
head.
So anything that we was getting into as far as basketball and like just the culture of the game, he was like right there with it. You know what I mean? Like his English was still getting
Hmm.
better, but he wanted to be like, with us. You know what I mean? So it was like I had a really good time with Bogdan, and I knew that he was going to be a heck of a player. I mean, he was super young then, and he was still killing. And once I left,
Hmm.
and he was able to get even more touches. I mean, he really took off.
Right.
And Nemanja, like I said, I knew just from playing with him and how big of a matchup problem he was when we played together. That it was
Yeah.
going to be with all that spacing in the NBA. I knew that he was going to be able to be productive if a team
Yeah.
finds the right way to use him.
Right. Right. And so, how was your time in Maccabi in Milan, man? We had Curtis Gerald's on here like the first
Kurt,
episode of the season. Yeah, we had Kurt
yeah,
on here a cool minute ago.
Kurt,
But yeah,
Kurt, my guy. They call him the shot in Milan.
yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
but no, it was good. Like I was saying earlier, every experience I've been through so many teams. Every experience is a little bit different. I would say my experience with Maccabi was it was a little weird. We went through like 4 coaches that year. Um, there was a lot of crazy stuff happening just with the management and everything like that. So it was a strange year, but probably one of my funnest years. I love Tel Aviv. Me and my family, my kids, we loved Tel Aviv. It was sunny all the time. It was on the beach. You were in
yeah.
Hopo, so you already know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Maccabi was definitely one of my fun times. Milan, that was a tough time for me. That was like probably my toughest season. The first time that I really started to like have issues, like during the season with like I don't know whatever the coaches and about the team. It was just a
Yeah.
tough season for us. But
Mm-hmm.
we ended up winning the championship in the Italian league. It ended really well. For me personally, I won the MVP, and I can't say that I have any regrets. You know what I mean, from going there. It was all a good experience. I learned from it, and all the guys that I was there with, Kurt, Jordan Theodore, Amat Mbaye, like we all like became like family. You know, when you're going through a struggle, you struggling,
Mm-hmm.
and y'all all going through it at the same time. Like kind of like
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
brings,
yeah.
you know what I mean. So we kind of like
Yep.
became a family. You know what I mean? Like we all still talk. That's probably one of the only teams that I still talk to all of those guys. And we just we grew from that. We still got the same group chat. We still talk to each other, and it was cool.
No, that's what's up. So, like, out of all your years, obviously you've been known for scoring the ball, but let's just say
Mm-hmm.
let's take seasons where you felt like, okay, I'm really like scoring the ball really well this year versus seasons where you didn't. What do you see where the
Mm-hmm.
difference is between the two?
First of all, it's the way that the teams want to play. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I can go anywhere and score 17, 18 a game. Still now, even now.
Mm-hmm.
But it depends on the structure of the team, the players that you have, the coach how the coach wants to play, and then it depends on you. For me, when I'm in good feelings and I'm not having problems with anybody or any off the court things, and my mind is clear. For me, it's a lot
Right.
easier to I go out there and hoop, and I'm pretty sure it's like that for every basketball player. When your mind is clear, you don't have anything else to deal with, management, house, apartment, I don't know. When you're
Yeah,
just
yeah.
free of all that stuff, you play a lot better. And I know that my first few years, I was so young and I didn't even care about, I wasn't a high maintenance guy. Just put me in an apartment and give me some shoes and we rocking. You know what I mean? So,
Mm-hmm.
uh, that was kind of like the difference that I look at from now and then. Like now I'm more aware of everything. So I know that I can't go out there. I could, but I know that it's probably not the best for the team to go out and take 20 shots a game. You know what I mean? And try to
Right.
get 20 points a game or 25 a game because we might not win them games. I might get 25 or 20,
Mm-hmm.
but are we going to win? You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? So now I'm at a point where it's like, okay, I can average 15, 14. We winning. Everybody happy. Everybody eating. And the chemistry better. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
just kind of going through all of those trials and things like that because when I was scoring, you know, everybody was going crazy. Oh, he's scoring 20. He doing this and that and third. But my teammates would always be like, this dude jacking. You know what I mean? Like they looking at me sideways a little
Right.
bit.
Right.
But
Right. Right. Right.
yeah, you know how it is. But now, I try to find a balance. You know what I mean? Like if they need me to score fourth quarter or something like that, and they need me to do something, they come to me, and I try to produce. If they don't
Right.
need me to be out there jacking and going super hard, and we got another mismatch somewhere inside or with another guard or whatever, let's run it through them. You know what I mean? Because I feel like I can score whenever I feel like I can score whenever I want. I mean, I can shoot the ball. I can play off closeouts. I can play one-on-one or pick and roll. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like I need to force anything. You know what I mean? Like if it's my time to score, if I feel
Right.
like I need to be aggressive, I can go do that. You know what I mean? So just about growth, man, more than anything.
Ah, that's a fact, man. And everybody back home, the second half is tipped off. We got a score of 41-25, and yeah, let's take a quick look at the team comparisons from that first half as we look at the team comparisons overall. As we look at 3-point percentages and 2-point percentages are fairly even, but there's a big differential in the 3-point percentage.
Yeah,
And
and
we're
yeah,
gonna see how
Mitchell
this
just
one.
hit another one too.
Yeah, it's funny, man. When Meaches get going, boy, it's like it's tough because it's not like you can just double him. You know what I mean? It's
Right,
not like you
right.
ain't got other people to worry about that'll just go off for 20 points and a half. It's
Exactly.
it's a
And
big
he's very
problem to
aggressive.
have,
You know what I
man.
mean? Like he not turning down
Hmm.
shots. You know what I'm saying? He get a shot or he get a matchup.
Oh
He
yeah.
he attacking.
Oh, for sure, man. It's tough. It's super tough, man. It looks like we got a YouTube comment about Olympiacos winning EuroLeague. It's funny, man, because I've been on the Olympiacos bandwagon, from the early part of the season, man. I've been saying
Hmm.
that Olympiacos is gonna make it to the Final Four. I don't have them winning, but I got Olympiacos sneaking in there. 'Cause they just play so well at home, man. Super well coached,
I can
and
definitely agree with that. When you asked me about it, I thought about saying them, but it's and hopefully this fan don't get mad at me. It's something about them that I just feel like when the playoffs hit, I don't know.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
you know what I'm
Hey,
saying? The
it's a
Rock,
real block though, man. Some teams have
right,
a block though. It's like some
right,
teams just have a block. When they get into those situations, they fold. That's a
and they
fact.
don't have Spanulis. Like when they had Spanulis,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
knew that all the time. Spanulis, I don't care how old he got. They need a big shot. Spanulis gonna hit it, and
yeah.
Slukas is doing that. But it's just
Yep.
something that like it's something about them that I can't put I can't give it to him.
Yeah. Nah, we'll see, man. We'll see, but yeah, it'll be. I'm excited for the EuroLeague playoffs to arrive, man, and to see what's gonna happen from there, man. Because as we said over the last few weeks, man, if Efes creeps in there at that seventh, eighth seed, man, that is a scary matchup early in the
You
playoffs.
right. You do not want to see them, and it's gonna be even crazier because if they do end up having to play like Madrid or Barcelona first game, that's gonna be crazy. That's gonna mess up a lot of
Mhm.
people's guesses and
It can
brackets.
mess up some brackets. It can mess
Right,
up some brackets. And I think like even if you do, by chance get past Ephes, like you're gonna be tired after that. You know what I mean?
right,
The playoffs are tough enough, but there's we're not ignorant to know that okay, the first place is gonna play eighth place. That should be a somewhat
right,
of an easy series. Easier
right,
series than the forthcoming series. So it's like
right,
to know that
right.
you're gonna have hard matchups every way is it's mentally draining, man. Going into
Teams
it,
gonna
it's
be
mentally
fighting to
draining.
stay out of their way.
Yeah, nah, it's gonna
And
get
he got
interesting,
18 already.
man. He got 18 already. Meets at the free throw line, 48-27, 7 seconds left. Um, yeah, Meech's is going crazy right now.
Yeah, he might go for
Uh,
35 tonight.
it might be one of those nights, man. He's got 20 points. He's only played 16 minutes. He's got 20 points in
That's crazy.
16 minutes, man. Yeah, he's getting off. Fenner need to find some life here. Um, As Nando gets to the basket, gets a bucket, brings the lead back down to 20. But
That boy travel
yeah, they
too. I
going.
know they ain't call it, but he switched in pivots real slick.
Yeah, they never call that one. They
They
never
don't
call
call
that
it.
one. Cassie out there shuffling their feet on them pivots. Like, hold on
Yeah,
now.
they don't call that.
Nah, man, they don't call that at all, man. It's funny, but we got a video clip of Fenerbahce showing off some of their skills at practice from Twitter. They got going,
What they doing? Oh, okay,
and I don't know. Look like they doing something for TikTok or something.
right. Is this for team bonding? This had to be something
I don't
the
know.
trainers. You know, the trainers get bored, start coming up with stuff.
Yeah, try to throw a little wrench out there. Like
Yeah,
I'm gonna have them do this. This is gonna be fun. We just
right.
looking around like, what are we doing? Like, can we start
Exactly. They be on
practicing?
YouTube. They be on YouTube looking for all types of stuff to do next day.
I'm like, man, let's just get shell drill over with so we can go
Right,
home.
right. Let's get to the 5-on-5 or something. What y'all
Man, for real. No, that's funny, man. But yeah, man. So obviously going back to your early days, Kobe Bryant gave you the nickname, the Mini Mamba. How did that whole thing start?
Shoot. So, I finally got in a rotation, and when we had some injuries, so I started to play, and I was playing pretty well. I was averaging about 15 for the couple weeks that I was in the rotation. And one game, I came back. I didn't feel like I had done anything like spectacular. Maybe I had 13 points. I don't know, something like that. But I came to the back of the locker room, and they were like, "Yeah, he's shooting everything. Man, he like you. They like, he a little mini mamba." And I came in, and I'm like, "Yeah, who y'all talking about?" Like, man, you know exactly who we talking about. Like, we talking about you. I'm just like, hey, I mean, it is what it is. But Kobe came, and he was like, Matt Barnes and Luke Walton were the ones that were saying it. And so Kobe
Okay.
came, and he was like, Mini Mamba. And he was like, I like that. He was like, yeah. He was like, you weren't so small. You know what I'm saying? You'd be just like me, but you a little. He started going in, but I mean, I was cool with it. I mean, I definitely thought it was it's Kobe Bryant. So when a legend, gives you that kind of name, man. I mean, for me at the time, I was young, and I'm like, I don't want to be his mini nothing, like whatever. But the
Right.
older I got, you know what I mean, I started going places, and people were calling me that, China or Russia, wherever. Still in Spain, they called me, and so I was just like, I started to embrace it. You know what I mean? And you know,
Yeah.
now looking back on everything, I'm like, man, that's a blessing, like for him to call me that. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, he didn't have a whole bunch of people that he was just giving out nicknames to.
Right.
So for him
Right.
to give me that, man, it's priceless.
Yeah. What's your what's your best Kobe story that you could share?
My best one, uh, on the court, uh, okay, I'll give you this one. So one day I was talking crazy in practice. I mean, it's one of the reasons that I guess that he saw like he part of the nickname thing, but I'm really competitive, so I would go at him, and we double him in practice and stuff like that. But it's one day I was just like, nah, like, man, don't send a double. Like, I'm going at him today. Like, it is what it is. And I'm talking crazy to him. Like, I'm gonna cook you this, that, and the third. I'm talking reckless. I'm 20 years old, 22, whatever. And so he got really offended. Like, what? Like, no double team? Like, what? So he tells the coach, like, okay, he don't want no double team today. Like, I'm about to kill this little kid. So we start playing, man. I mean, he going hard. Like, he going hard. He's scoring every time. He try to lock me up crazy. Every shot that I shoot, I'm talking before the shot go in. That's a bucket. Every shot going in and out. I'm like, like. And it got to the point where he was killing me so bad. He started talking crazy, like, yeah, I know you watch my YouTube videos. Yeah, I know you look up to me. I know it. And I had nothing to say. Like, I couldn't say nothing. You know what I mean? Like he was just like, "What you saying now? Like where you at?" Like, and I learned my lesson. I was like, "Okay, I got it. My bad. Like my bad, OG."
Yo,
You know what I mean?
for somebody to be able to say you watch my YouTube videos
Watch
and
my
like you
YouTube.
can't
That's what set me
respond,
up.
yeah,
That's what set
it's
me up.
like I really did.
Right. I hit him with the like. He said it, and I was like, "So." And I'm like, "That ain't the comeback." You know what I'm saying? Like that ain't the comeback. Like he like, "Yeah, shut up." Like so. I mean, he used to do. I mean, outrageous, stuff on the court, man. I seen him one day. He broke his right wrist, like it was really messed up. I don't know if he broke it or what he did to it, but they're yelling at him like, "Yo, you can't practice, you can't play, take the time out." Man, he came out there, he cussing the trainers out, going crazy, and he came to practice, taped up right hand, and start cooking us with the left, like fadeaways, threes, throwing dimes with the left, dunking with the left. I'm like, man, this is incredible. Like some people can barely
Yeah,
make
it's
a left hand
crazy.
layup by themselves. This dude playing with his left
Right,
hand
right.
against other NBA players, and not just playing. I mean, he killing us. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I seen him in my time there. I saw him do some wild stuff. And what was even crazy to me is that the coaches would be like, "Yeah, man, 5 years ago, he would have did a 360 windmill." I'm like, I'm seeing something crazy, and they telling me it was crazier. You know what I mean? So,
Right,
man, that
right.
dude was incredible, man.
Yeah. And like lastly on this, like what was one thing that you learned from him?
Just his competitive spirit, like, and the focus, like, that he always had. Like, he would yell at me, um, like if he could tell, like, in my face, if I was like, if I was ready to go, or if I was just kind of there. And he would always, I mean, he would yell at me. I mean, he would go at me, whenever he saw it. Like, even if it was other guys doing the same thing, like, he would come to me like, "No, you need to be focused. Like, you need to be doing this because you are of me." Like, and so he would come, and
Hmm.
I mean, he always just kind of told me to keep that mentality. I mean, the mama mentality, I mean, for him is like a real thing. I mean, it's a real thing for me.
Right.
And I mean, it's that laser focus, that competitiveness, and that just want to be a dog, like want to eat. You know what I mean? Like, more than anything, like just eating. When you got food on
Yeah.
a plate, you gonna eat. And so, I take that with me, still to this day. Like, when I'm on the court, if I'm playing against a second division team, if I'm in practice, I'm trying to go at your neck. And my teammates don't always, they don't always love it, but it is what
Right,
it is.
right.
Like, you gonna play. If you going against me, like, you gonna play.
Right. Right. Nah, that's what's up, man. And checking back into this game, still we got a nice little tip dunk there, but we're still at a somewhat of a large deficit. We got a score of 57-41. Efes is still up on Fenerbahce. We got 2 minutes and around
Oh,
45 seconds left third quarter. We're gonna tap into our head-to-head matchup here with Nando and Vasily Micic. Obviously, this is definitely Micic's night as he has 20 points, and but we'll check back in and see how this plays out as the game used. But um, yeah, man, I think especially in this third quarter, as I've been watching, Shane and Meach has been facilitating too. Man, they've been driving, and they found Plyce a couple times, and Dunston down low, and that's exactly what I think Fenerbahce needs to do is
right,
start penetrating and finding guys. But they starting to play a little better now.
right.
And
They at least are finding some open shots. You know what I mean? Like, the first
yeah,
half, it didn't look like they were finding any type of open
oh, we got
shots.
a
I mean, it's only a
steal.
13-point game.
Oh, we got a steal. Breakaway.
Oh,
Bang out.
hey,
Okay, just like that, we got a timeout, ladies and gentlemen. 11-point game. We got new life here in Istanbul. Fenerbahce is back in it. They are back in it. They have crept back into this game. It's an 11-point lead right now, 57-46. Uh, Ephes is on top. and Efes has just called a timeout. So we'll see if Finner can tie this into something, man. Tie this into a little bit of a run. But they
if they can get some more
Finner
stops
definitely.
and like speed the game up a little bit, I think it'll be better. You don't want to play half court against Efes. Like I don't think that's gonna be in anybody's best interest.
Nah, definitely not. You're definitely not trying to. You're definitely not trying to do that. But we got the hot zone graphic up right now to show exactly where these two teams are playing well and are the strongest so far. So you gotta score the ball in the paint. 50 in the paint. You look at Finner, they're shooting 36 on one side, 45 on the other in the paint. That's huge, man. You gotta have those buckets up close. You never know what's gonna happen
Right.
at the 3-point line. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Shots go in and out, all kind of stuff. But them shots in the paint, you need those to fall down consistently. But
Especially with their
granted, with
front court players.
for sure. But even with all that, I mean, they're only down 11, so we got James Anderson in there. James Anderson
He seemed like
checked
he been
in,
playing
got
for
a
forever
minute.
too.
Man, he been there for a cool minute too. He been there for a cool one. Singleton, they kept their core for a minute.
Right.
They
And
kept
they
their
got good
core
dudes. You
for
know what I mean? Like them dudes don't seem like they gonna be
yeah.
on the bench tripping.
Nah, for sure, man. And so it's on Twitter they shared some fan art of Tibor Pleiss and Shane Larkin. Okay. Nice
Look like
little
Shane Daddy
animation
right now.
pic there. All right, that be the thing, man. I don't know if it was only me, man, but like as I'm 6'3", but if I
Yeah.
had a really tall teammate, I used to hate standing like really close to him. Like I need a distance so I'm
Nah,
not like looking up. You know what I mean? I
right.
need to like look at you. You know what I mean? I don't like
I hate
that.
I hate it. They already look at us like we real short. Then they get around you looking down at you. One of my teammates is like 7'2"
Yeah.
right now. I got Jeff Withy.
Oh wow.
And he come over to
Yeah,
me
yeah.
and he talk to me sometimes. I'm like, bro, just back up, bro.
Yeah, back up for a minute, man. Let me
you
give me a
too
little
tall. You make
space.
me feel
Give
like
me
a
a little
kid.
space.
Right.
Yeah. No, that's hilarious, man. We got 59:46, 18 seconds left. Please
That's too
hop into the YouTube comments, leave comments. You guys got questions, anything, we'll get to it as we can. If you're looking to watch this game or the other EuroLeague games, you can head over to EuroLeague TV. We got a promo code, the letter P, the letter O, 2 and 0. The letter P, the letter O, the number 2 and the number 0 get you 20% off a monthly pass. And Finner just got another bucket as we heading down to the final seconds of the third quarter. And it looks like we got a foul. We got a foul here. Michich was fouled by Hazer.
Oh, that might have been that was a
59.
good reach.
Yeah, it looked like he might have got a knee contusion or something. Catch that knee to the quad. Hopefully it wasn't knee to knee.
First.
Knee to knee is bad. Knee to the quad hurts too, boy.
Yeah, that pain don't
Anytime
go
you
away
catch
for a
a
couple
knee,
weeks.
man, and it feels like that injury is like a magnet. Like you'll just be chilling
Right.
and you'll just get hit there like every time. Like it doesn't
Boom.
matter.
Right.
It does not matter. Yeah, I know that's painful, man. Whatever it was.
Well, they trying to
Injuries
see if that's
are nothing.
unsportsmanlike. He hit the ball.
Yeah, they got that new rule though. Like you can't just stop the ball. You know what I mean? You gotta like the foul. You can't just reach and foul. It's some weird rule. I don't even understand it for real, but they brought it out like because everybody used to stop the fast breaks. They used to stop
Right.
the fast breaks with a foul. So now they started calling that an intentional. They put a new rule in probably like 2 or 3 years ago, and I'm not even % clear on it, but maybe that's what
I
they
mean,
were
I've
looking
asked
at.
I've asked some of the refs, and they tell me you can't just grab a dude. Like, you gotta, if you reaching, you gotta actually
Play
act
the
like you
ball.
reaching for the ball. But that looked
Okay,
like a
okay.
clear, like he stripped him really.
Yeah, no, he did. Oh, did Roddy get that off in time? Is that good? It's so. It looked like Roddy Boubois just hit a three at the buzzer with .7 left. Oh, did he
That's
get that
crazy.
off in time?
It looked like
If he hit that,
he
that'd
with
be a
point
big
0.7.
shot.
He shot that comfortably with 0.7.
Yeah, yeah, he shoot that quick. Like
Yeah,
they gotta look at that.
I think he got it off though. I don't
Oh,
know.
it's out. He got it off. He got it
Yeah.
off. It might got it. They might got a little jelly on that on the clock button, man. Because
Right.
.7 to shoot that, that's tough.
He
But
caught it
nah,
set
Roddy
up and
definitely got
everything.
it off. Yeah, Roddy definitely got that off, man. So that'll be an extra 3 points to extend the lead once they confirm it. But yeah, that looks like it left his hand on time. Let me see. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's .7. I don't know if I've seen somebody hit a three with .7 left.
With 0.7, right. It's like a weird time. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, you
I'm
would
just
think with
surprised
like
how
.7. Mm.
he shot it. Like, I mean, like he had a couple seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't even like a quick like look, he dipped
Right.
it.
Right. That's
He
what I'm
got into his
saying.
normal dip. He got into his normal dip and everything. Like, yeah, it's out of his hands. It looked like it's out of his hands when it's still .1. Like they just stopped it right there. It looked like it's just leaving his hands. Yeah, it's .1. It's out of his hands.
That's a bucket.
Yeah, man, that's a bucket. You got to call it, man. You got to blame somebody on the sideline for that one. What you hit any buzzer beaters like under a second or a second left
Man, yeah,
that you remember?
I had my first year in Russia. We had like .9. It was something crazy. I don't even know if it was .9. But yeah, I like came in the corner. I think I stepped out of bounds. They didn't call it, but I had to like twist while I was catching it and shoot it, and it was crazy. It was crazy. But I've hit a few of them in my life.
Yeah, okay. Oh, they saying no good. Wow, they called it off.
Uh,
Interesting. Oh, I mean it's probably the right call because I don't think they started
because
the
they
clock
definitely
on
didn't start
time.
that
But
clock when they were supposed to.
yeah, they didn't start that clock on time. But fair enough. So that is the end of the third quarter. We got 11-point deficit. Anadolu Efes is up 59-48 against Fenerbahce Beko Istanbul. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to bring your attention. There's a new EuroLeague documentary that has just been released about a man that Andrew may recognize.
Željko je najtrofejniji trener u Evropi.
Veljko Obradović is probably one of the greatest basketball minds in the world. He has 9 EuroLeague titles, which is more than double than the second coach ever had in the history of EuroLeague.
He can give you everything. Inside the court, you know everything.
There was something inside of the team that, I couldn't describe. We were unstoppable.
Partizan želi da se vrati u EuroLigu. U jednoj reči, legenda.
Yeah, so obviously you played with or you played for Obradović when you were at Fenerbahce. What was he like to play for? Like what was his like coaching style? And how was he as a person?
He's really I mean, if you heard anything about Serbian coaches, man, they don't play, man. So he was definitely a disciplinarian. We definitely did a lot of running. But man, this is the best coach, the best basketball mind I've ever been around. I felt like 5 years of basketball knowledge in one season. Anytime he would tell you something, like it worked. You know, no matter what he was telling you, it worked like 100% of the time. So it got to the point where, for me, just me personally, whenever he would say something like, "Hey, you know, when we run the Spanish pick and roll, drive all the way to the basket, this man's gonna help this man to be open." That's the first time I really started thinking about the game like that. And he was the person that kind of introduced me to it. He like almost broke it down to a science. And so it was a lot easier for me to understand. I understood why, you know, I'm looking at this last guy in the help, why I'm looking at this guy, why, you know what I mean? So, and the adjustments were just like crazy. We would go and practice, and he would be like, "Okay, we're gonna practice this play, but then we're gonna practice this play if the defense does this, and then if the defense might do this, and then so we were like always thoroughly prepared. You know what I mean? So if the other team did do one of those things, we were already on it. You know what I mean? He was on it, and I mean, it was great. It was great. I mean, it definitely took a lot on my body. Not gonna lie.
Right.
All the running, the 2-a-days. I mean, right after the Final Four, I think we got like a week off, and we right back to 2-a-days. And that was in like March. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
in the season, I definitely felt it. But overall, man, I still tell people that's the best coach I ever played for, the best basketball mind. I mean, he deserves all the respect that he gets. I mean, I don't think that, you know, any of that stuff is overrated or anything like that. I mean, he's really, I mean, he knows what he's doing.
right. And you know, obviously, with all the all the accolades and everything that he's been able to accumulate, what do you think about him? You know, makes him able to achieve such success. You know what I'm saying? He's won 9 EuroLeague titles. Like, you know, what makes him so much different from other coaches?
I think, me personally, I mean, he's had so much experience as a player with other coaches, like the coaches that he was brought up under and things like that. I think molded him, and he, as being a player, he saw it from a different perspective. You know what I mean? Like, he has all of those things that he learned from his coaches, and he has what he knew as a player and probably how he wanted to improve things. And I mean, I think, you know, his mind for basketball is just like, and his dedication. I mean, he's dedicated to the game. I mean, when we would be in practice, I mean, he'll call you out about your salary, any of that. We paying you this, that, and the third. You need to be doing this. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that was the first time, you know, that I had heard that kind of stuff. And he would even talk about himself like in that same way. Like, I'm making this, maybe I'm making too much. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I need to find myself. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, he took responsibility for everything. I mean, he was one of the realest coaches as far as like not playing. I mean, he had his guys that he liked, but when it came down to favoritism or like doing what's best for the team, that's what he was gonna do. You know what I mean? So like, even some of the shots that I would take, you know, he didn't necessarily love it. You know what I mean? But he would come to me and tell me like, "Hey, listen, you can do some things that the other guys on the team can't do. So we're gonna need you to take those shots sometimes, and I'm gonna need you to be more aggressive. I'm gonna need you to do this, that, and the third." And I respected him. I mean, for that. I mean, this is the first time I had coach really just come and, you know, break it down like that.
Yeah. Nah, that's super dope, man. And getting back to the game, we got 8 minutes left in this game. Efes is up 64-51. Fener's trying to make this last little push, man. You know, last time they played, Efes was able to get the win, and they entered the fourth quarter and they were trailing by 11 points. But it seems to be the reverse today, and let's see if Fenerbahce can kind of reverse the tides here and bring their own little 11 point turnaround. 11-point turnaround back, but man, I think Efes is just clicking right now,
so
man.
Much more.
It does, right? It really does. I think it's just because of, you know, the big performances by Micic and, you know, just the big plays. But as Micic gets a bucket there, it definitely feels like they're down a lot more. But I mean, they're reasonable striking distance. You know what I mean?
Right. They got to get some stops.
I just don't know if Fener scores quick enough. Like, you know, they score.
Right.
Polonara hits a three. There we go. 66-56. You got a 10-point game. They right there. 7 minutes left. You got some time, man. They got some time. Oh, there we go. Forced another turnover. I think that's the biggest difference for Fener is like they're not playing great offensively, but they've definitely stepped up the defensive
Right.
intensity over
Right.
the second half. They're getting deflections, steals, and they're able to make some things happen with that. So I think that's going to be key for them. Oh, that's a nice move. That's definitely gonna be key for them, moving forward. But
Okay, they
yeah,
getting
they
to it a little bit now, though.
they playing now. Fener's playing now. They ain't laying down.
And Efes
I don't
isn't.
think
They not executing with the same like speed and Micic. Oh damn.
Goudelock hits another tray ball. We got a game, ladies and gentlemen. 66-61. 5-point game, just like that. Fener done crept back into this joint. We got life here in Istanbul. Marco Goudelock out there killing them. Man, let us know in the comments. Let us know who you guys think is this going to be a comeback for Fenerbahce or not, man. We got a really, really tight game here. I'm excited to see how this one plays out. Man, just like it's amazing what a couple threes will do for you, man. Polonara, Goudelock hits one, gets a layup, changes the entire game like within a heartbeat, man.
But that's what I was saying earlier. Like they should be trying to play more in transition. You know what I mean? Like just trying to get some easier buckets because they're not gonna. You playing half court against Efes. I mean,
Yeah, you're not gonna chop them up like.
Right.
You're not gonna chop them up. Barcelona, Real Madrid, like they can get by doing that type of stuff, playing a half court game with Efes, but you're not about to chop them up, man. And looking around EuroLeague, Red Star is tied up at halftime with Baskonia. They got a tight game there over in Belgrade. Lupic is leading Red Star with 12 points, and Fontecchio is leading Baskonia with 13. So let's keep an eye on that game if you guys want to check that one out after this one is over.
My guy Fontecchio, he played with me in Milan. They ain't even want to give him no playing time. Now he killing in Baskonia.
Nah, he's dope, man. It's always interesting, man, seeing those young guys that were young back in the day, and then they end up becoming like notable players like years later. I remember my first year in Europe, I played Achille Polonara. You know what I mean? I remember him being a young boy, and now he's out there, getting big minutes on a really good team. So it's dope to see the evolution, man, of the young boys.
How was he as a younger player though? Was he more or less the same?
Man,
or was
so he had all the skills. He was athletic and he could shoot, but he was scared to shoot. Because back then too, we talking like 10, 11 years ago, bigs weren't shooting threes like that unless you was just a knockdown. And like, I had a D Brown was a point guard on our team, and like me and D used to tell Achille, like, bro, just shoot it, bro. Like, we don't care. Like, you can shoot it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I remember telling him all the time, like, bro, shoot the ball. He would always put it down and try and pass or try and get to the cup. And now, like, he's a stretch big, and he's a really good shooter. But I mean, I always saw his potential as far as just being versatile, being able to play out, be athletic, and just how the game evolved, it was perfect for his game.
Right. They done made it a close. It was just 3-point game. They better stop. Efes better stop playing with the fire.
Yeah, they better. I mean, Roddy hit a 3-pointer, but still a 6-point game. We got a 2-possession game, 69-63, 5 minutes left. Shane just went to the bench. Let's see. Fener moving with a whole different pace now. They smell blood.
Right.
It's
dangerous. It's dangerous for Efes right now.
It is. Definitely dangerous. Missed it. Yeah, that's out on Mower, man. Looks like it's gonna be Fenerbahce's ball after that. Yeah. That's off Mower, man. It's gonna be Fener's ball on a baseline out with 5:02 left. Please leave your comments. Look like we got some Fenerbahce fans in here. A couple of them showing they love, man. So nice of y'all to come out, man. Where was y'all at when they was down 20?
Right.
Everybody show up. Everybody show up when it gets sweet. Where was y'all at with all these emojis and stuff when they was down 20? You got a 4-point game now, man. Fitter's hooping. I love to see it, man.
This young kid, number 2 for Fenner, he plays hard.
Yeah. Nah, he plays real hard. He defends. He had a big steal on Micic earlier. Just had that layup right now. Goudelock getting to it, man. 2-point game, 69-67. We right here. Let's get it, man. This is a tight game, man. Everybody that's just joining the Watchalong, welcome. This is a very close game. 4 minutes left. We got a 2-point game. Please let us know who y'all going for, who y'all think is going to win. We'll call it fair game. It's only 2 points, so I'm gonna let y'all get y'all predictions in a little late, but yeah, let's see who's gonna win this one, man. Man, I swear, man, one thing I always loved about EuroLeague and European basketball in general is like everybody defends. Like it doesn't matter if you're the leading scorer or who you are, like everybody's gonna have to give some type of defensive effort.
Right.
For the most part. And I think that's just super dope, man. You got guys
that's what makes it so
screens.
Competitive, you know what I mean?
Yeah. For sure,
and
man.
If you ain't playing
nobody
defense,
out there
they're gonna exploit you.
Indeed, they definitely are. Oh, that's a big shot, Roddy. That's a big shot. 72-67. Roddy Boubois hits a 3-pointer to give Efes a 5-point lead. Well, Fenner is I don't think Fenner gonna lay down.
Nah, they play hard. They're not gonna give up.
Bucket. Hazer with another bucket. Young fella out there hooping, man.
Right.
He is out there hooping, man. He
might be their leading scorer.
Man, quiet as it's kept, man. He's only like 23 years old. He's only like 23 years old. He's got 13 points right now. He's doing his thing. 13 points, 4 assists, no turnovers. My man out there, yeah, Polonar's leading him scoring at 15, but he right there, man. Yeah, Fenner's playing with some energy, man. Let's 3-point game, 72-69. Just under 3 minutes left. Dashawn Pierre at the free throw line.
They took Efes out of their rhythm, like their game. They're not playing the same way.
Yeah, no, they're not. But we got a quick replay clip we're gonna show.
Trail by 14. Trail by as many as 22 in this quarter. Larkin hangs it up for Tibor Pleiss.
From the third quarter. Shane Larkin finding Tibor Pleiss on the backside, but we got a 1-point game, 72-71, man. 2 minutes, 50 seconds left. Now it's time to execute, ladies and gentlemen. Right. Now it's time to execute. Oh, Roddy draws the foul.
Who would you rather have the ball with, Shane or Micic?
I mean, right now, I think Micic has been playing well, but what I do like about Shane is he'll get in the paint and he'll pass it out. So right. I think I would still put it in Shane's hands because I know Shane will get in the paint wants to. You know what I'm saying? Micic, he's a little more methodical with it. He's gonna go side to side. He's gonna get you a little stagnant. You know what I mean? Right, I almost rather have Shane drive it, kick it, and then Micic attack the closeout to finish off the play if necessary. I think that just provides a little more flow, a little more rhythm.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So, Yeah,
But you know how
so
the game
that's
go.
how I would
Whoever
roll with it.
killing, that's who about to have the
Yeah,
ball.
nah. And that's the thing. Like if Meach is thirsty for it, I mean he's been killing. If he's thirsty for it, then by all
You gotta
means
give it to
take
him.
it. Like
Right.
because you want him to have that confidence, especially
Right.
as the game winds down. So, but yeah, but yeah, everybody watching, please leave your comments. Who's going to win this game? Is it going to be a game winner? Is it going to be how's this one going to unfold? Let us know in the comments if y'all got any questions. We'll try and get to them too. But we got a heck of a game here. That's a good pass. Oh, he smoked it. Okay. Efes ball again, 74-71. Almost 2 minutes left.
Book got to
Meach
finish
got the
that.
ball up top. Yeah, he got to finish that one. Meach has got the ball up top. Let's see what they got next. Yeah, at this point, you got to kill some clock and try and get a good look, man. This is where I think though that like at these moments of the game, this is where I think that Efes is the strongest because they got guys that can go and create a shot. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You can kill the clock and they can still get off a decent shot.
Right.
You know, not every team has that. Not every team has that.
They
Misha's
got
fine.
like
Moorman
three
wide
guys.
open. Oh, you missed it, but that was a good find though. That was a good find by Misic. That was a good find by Misic. Oh, that's a tough bucket. And Sean
Yeah, that's nice.
Pierre, 73-71. We got a 1 point game.
He got
1 point game,
17,
ladies
ain't
and
he?
gentlemen. 1 point game, ladies and gentlemen. Bang, Roddy Dubois. Trey ball.
Big shot.
That's a big shot. That is a big shot. Roddy Dubois takes this lead back to a 4-point lead, and Fenner calls a timeout. 77-73. Woo, that's a big shot. Dang. See, that was the importance of Roddy hitting those buckets earlier. You know,
Right.
he hit that Trey ball, he got the foul, got a couple free throws in. You know, all that, man, it kind of helps him have a feel, man. So,
right.
You know, at the end of the game, that ball ain't feeling foreign to him. So what you drawing up? If you Fenner right now, you down 4. What you drawing up right now? How much time left? We got like a little under a minute, right?
Yeah, a little under a minute. I would give it to I mean, right now it look like they having success with Deshaun Pierre around that free throw line area. It doesn't look like Efes has anybody that's quite big enough to stop him. So I would give it to him there.
Right.
I would clear the space. Yeah, and I would let them because I mean they're not gonna just eventually they're gonna have to come help. I mean, because he got 17,
Yeah.
he in the groove.
Right.
And then I'll play from that. Nobody don't help get a bucket. Somebody help you find open man.
Yeah. No, for sure, man. I think you definitely want to try and get him another look if you can.
I mean, I would normally say DeColo, but I don't know if he's like 100%. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'll probably, I mean, with his ability to pass though and his IQ, I'll probably run that pick and roll with him and it look like they're doing a on ball down screen. Let's see what they're doing there. Whoa, what was that? Goudelock just threw it up.
He thought he was gonna get that
I think he
foul. You
thought he
can't
was
do
getting
that, bro.
fouled. He thought he was gonna get that foul. Not at this point in the game.
Not at this point, bro. You tripping?
Well, not at this point in the game.
That.
What are you doing? He just came off the handoff and threw it up.
Yeah, he bugging. He not.
What
he
was
tripping.
that? Nah,
he wasn't even pushing
bro.
him.
Nah, no. I look at the replay. He wasn't even pushing him like that. What is? I don't know. That one got me confused. But all right, Efes ball again. 77-73. Oh, we got a little over a minute left. Yeah, that was a wild play. You don't cough it up like that. Oh,
This young
Shane.
kid got good hands. I'm not gonna lie.
No, he do. Shane just broke him off a little something, but he missed it.
Oh, okay. Flow game.
Man, but that's a nice little split. Good Don and D Book.
2-point
We got a
game.
2-point game. 2-point game, just like that. 77-75. 77-75. Yo, young fella, nice boy. I ain't seen him hoop like this.
Right,
he got some game to
lie.
him.
I've watched a few games where he's helped them a lot, but he helped them a lot from like hustle plays and like which he's still doing today. But he also showing a little bit more.
No, I haven't seen this. I've seen him, but like offensively, I ain't seen him grooving like this.
Right.
But sometimes that's the benefit of having your star player out, a ball handler out.
Right.
You get to grow. But let's see what they get cooking late in this game. Shane. Oh, whoa. That's a big shot. Shane hits a desperation three-pointer. It looked like he lost it. Desperation three-pointer, 80-75. I ain't think nothing good was coming out of that one. He lost the ball and threw it up, but hit it. 75, and Plyce with the block on the other end. Man. Sheesh. My goodness. 5-point game, 15 seconds left. Yeah, they're going to have to foul. This one's over, ladies and gentlemen. This one looked like it's about to be over. Man, what a shot. Man, that's deflating, man. Heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Like, he played good defense. Like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? He played good defense, man.
That when you got to shake his hand and keep it moving.
Yeah, for sure, man. Roddy hits these, man. It's over, man. 13 seconds left, 6-point game. Roddy makes this a three possession game. This one's over. Regardless, it's over. But yeah, game's over, man. This game is sealed, but they called a timeout. Nah, much respect for Fener for fighting back though, man. They were down huge, man. They put up a nice fight. They had a chance, man. It's just couldn't quite get over that hill. But man, just running down the points, man. Roddy Boubois finished with 20 for Fener. Vasile Micic obviously had 24. Shane had 9 assists. Shane did a great job passing the ball. 9 assists, 5 boards. Didn't shoot too well, but yeah, definitely facilitating. And on Fener side, Fener got the young boy finished with 13, 5 assists, no turnovers. I tip your hat off to him. Daishan Pierre, 17. Achille Polinar, 15. I think when Nando, gets his legs back under, he only played 18 minutes this game. But when Nando gets his legs back under him, man, Fener's gonna be all right, man. Because that front line they got is solid, man. They got a lot of bigs that can give you a lot of different problems with Book, Polonara, Daishan Pierre. I like their front line. But
yeah, I think so too. They got to be able to get them more involved though, like with some lives, post ups. I don't know, but it didn't seem like they were really besides Pierre. It didn't seem like they were really involved today.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it too is just Nando's still trying to get his legs back and stuff like that. They didn't want to burn him out too much. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Once you can start getting Nando to play, closer to 30 minutes a game, I think he'll start finding these guys a lot more.
Right.
But yeah, Efes gonna walk away with this win. Let's see how the rest of it plays out, man. But I'm telling you, Efes, they start creeping into that. They start creeping in that playoff race, boy.
That ain't what nobody wants.
It ain't gonna be what nobody wants, man. It's gonna be crazy. But that is the end of the game, ladies and gentlemen. Anadolu Efes walks away with the win, 82-77. Man, I appreciate you stopping by, man. It's been a pleasure talking to you, man, and dropping your stories and your experiences, man. I really appreciate it, man. Best of luck, for the rest of the
I
season,
appreciate
man.
it.
And man, keep dropping these buckets on these dudes, man. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna keep
dropping these
trying for
buckets
as
and
long as
making
I
memories.
can. I
Yeah,
appreciate it.
man,
I
go
appreciate y'all
on.
having me on here, man. Again, I'm a big fan of everything y'all doing. Y'all doing a lot for players with the videos, with all the knowledge y'all giving everybody, and just opportunities that y'all giving people. So I definitely appreciate y'all having me on here. I appreciate all that y'all do for everybody. And shoot, I look forward to the next time.
Yeah, nah, no doubt. Well, actually, the game hasn't ended. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. I thought the game ended. I thought they were walking off. It was just a timeout. My
Oh,
bad,
just
my bad. We
okay.
got a couple more minutes. We got a couple more minutes, man. But all I ask, man, just get a 40-point game, man. Get a 40-point game before we check out in 2022, man. You know what I mean?
I'm like, hey,
Go on get
don't
hot
get me
one
started
time.
now. I'll be out here. My teammates be calling you talking about, yo, Andrew shooting everything.
No, they got another foul, 7 seconds left. They just playing the free throw game now. I thought they'd be trying to play for the points.
That's what I was thinking too,
But,
especially because they 9-10 right now, or 8-9.
Yeah, they were 9-10. But let's see, Mormon's at the free throw line here. Gonna seal this game, 83-77. Man, it's funny, man. Players always arguing with the refs, man. Refs never reverse their calls.
They not gonna.
I
It's
have yet to see a
do no
ref be
good.
like, I've yet to see a ref be like, you know what, my bad. You right.
Right. Well, they'll tell you my
They've
bad, but they ain't
never.
gonna change nothing.
Yeah, they ain't gonna change nothing. But yeah, now that is the end of the game. But yeah, no, they definitely not gonna change nothing. But yeah, hopefully, Fenner is only going up from here. Nando's back. Vesley will be back.
Right.
They're gonna look a lot better, man. So Fenner's another scary team if they creep into the playoffs as well. So
Right.
but all that remains to be seen. But again, thank you for stopping by. It's been a pleasure. Everybody back home, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the EuroLeague social and YouTube channels. If you came on late, you can watch this game on demand as well as the other Watchalong shows. Next week we'll be back on March 10th. We got Real Madrid versus Armani Exchange Milan, and we'll be joined by Jordan Taylor, and that'll be at 20:35 Central European Time. As always, I appreciate y'all for tuning in, and I'll see y'all next week. And we out.
All right.